Christmas! You are listening to Commander Cookout Podcast. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. Today we're going to continue the arc of the good vibes by talking about a deck that focuses around fighting with your family. Now, hit our theme song! Hey Ryan, we're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Oh, good. What's going down?
Whole ton is going down. About the same stuff as yesterday's show, which is about 10 minutes ago for us.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a coincidental deck that was submitted to us, not for Christmas, but just because they liked the deck, that I was going to build as this year's Christmas special.
Yep.
We're going to thank a few more people, tell a couple of stories, have a great time. But before we do any of that, we have to thank our business daddy, FusionGamingOnline.com. They're a source for all your gaming needs.
Oh, very much so. And we started the video. Usually Brando will do the intro and we'll talk about a little bit what we're going to say and do and stuff. And then we'll start the video. But I started the video really early so you can still see me laughing.
Yeah, I did a little switched it up a little bit.
Oh, switched it up. Yeah. And you know what? A preview for a preview. Who are we? Watsy? We got a couple things to talk about in preview today.
Oh.
In and amongst our thank yous and our Christmas well wishes, Christ Mass, Santa's birthday, Frosty's fucking casting coach debut.
Did Frosted Snowman happen on Christmas?
I have no idea.
Why is it even a Christmas song? It's like a fucking serial killer Santa that goes out, and where did the carrot go?
I feel sounds like what his casting coach kind of gimmick would have been. I can hide this whole carrot.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, look it up. It's a great movie.
I don't know.
You can trust me or not.
Yeah,
I'm
you know
very
what?
trustworthy.
We haven't done a cinematic cookout podcast recommendation in a while.
Jack Frost. That's the movie.
That's the movie, yeah.
And when I say, where did the carrot go? Watch Jack Frost, baby.
I have some ideas, is what I'm going to say. Now, we've got a Christmas special.
We sure do. This is it.
We've got a deck.
We do have a deck.
Yeah, we've got a deck. Welcome to the YouTube video. If you're a new YouTube watcher, a sub, what do we call them? A listener? A watcher listener?
Yep.
Yeah, because we have a vodcast now, a video podcast. Apparently that's a word.
Okay.
Yeah, you're listening to the vodcast. I sound like I want to go drink some vodka.
I don't think we should say it like that anymore.
Sure. Well, it is our show. We can say it however we want.
That is the truth.
Yeah, and I'm going to continue calling it Santa's birthday.
Well, I think it is, isn't it? Isn't that why we celebrate Christmas?
I think so.
Yeah. That's why I always did it.
All right. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of Santa's birthday.
Hell yeah.
We are playing Santa.
We are.
We have a deck that we're giving away next week. This is the future that we did yesterday. That direction is the past.
Correct.
On the Animar Mutate Morpha Rubber Bandamar deck. We're giving it away. So watch the Commander Cookout socials at CCO Podcast, at CCO Brando on Twitter, and the Facebook page to find out how to win. Maybe you can give it away as a Christmas present.
Yeah, it probably won't arrive in time.
Yeah, no, Ukrainian Christmas, though. That's like a little bit after.
Yeah.
Right? January 7th or whatever?
Or like post-COVID Christmas.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be there by then.
Postmas, which is actually when the post arrives that was supposed to arrive before fucking Christmas as per Canada Post.
Wow.
Just made that up.
Neat.
Postmas. And it's a double entendre because it's post, you're receiving post like mail, and it's after Christmas, post-Christmas.
Neat.
Got
Double
there.
meanings are sweet. You know, I ordered something for Kyla for Christmas.
Oh, yeah?
And I ordered it on Wednesday because like I have
Ooh.
every single thing she's asked for is sold out. Every single thing is sold out. And I finally found something I think she'll like. So I ordered it and then I printed off a picture of it.
Oh, yeah.
And
That works.
put it in an envelope. And I'm like, I hope that this will work. And then it should be here after Christmas. I got an email from the place that I ordered it from this morning saying that it should be here on Tuesday.
Nice.
So maybe it could be a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
Of course, then I'll have to get it wrapped.
Yes,
that's
put it
fine.
in a bag.
I gotta wrap them. I got this cool like foil wrapping paper because of course I have foil wrapping paper.
Is it made out of fucking curled Did you get her a tube and you're just gonna wrap magic cards around it and you just like don't even need to bend them because they're already bent?
I went to the LGS to Collectors yesterday to pick up an order.
Yeah.
It was, I think, 8 cards, all foils, because I bought some cheap Commander Legends foils.
Yeah.
Just because I want them just to have them. And when the guy put them down on the counter, he kind of like, here you go, it's your cards.
Yeah.
Boop.
And they bounced?
Yes. Because they're so fucking bowed. They went, boo, and they bounced right off the table and flipped over.
Oh, that is so excellent.
It's like, oh my God. Like, one, you threw the card down so hard. And 2,
Yeah.
they're so curled.
Okay, hold on. I got this. I'm going to do the YouTube thing.
Okay.
Sort of. If you want to hear our thoughts, the final part of our Commander Legends set review on etched foils and quality control issues, bowed foiled, warp foiled, colored dots on foils, you can check out the etched foil review and quality control issues on YouTube. You'll see the little card pop up in the corner if you're watching on YouTube right now.
Yeah, and there'll be a link in the show notes somewhere.
Yeah,
to the YouTube channel if you're not.
And if you're not, you fucking should be. You mentioned ordering online. You can always order from FusionGamingOnline.com. Use exclusive promo code CCOFusion5. Get you 5% off all your orders. You're going to buy cards anyways. The family that you're not seeing, that you asked for magic cards from, that you didn't get fucking magic cards from anyways, you're going to be buying them. You might as well go and check out FusionGamingOnline.com. Use the promo code. Let's the guys over at Fusion know that our partnership with us is a fucking good one.
And it is, because everybody wants to be part of the nation. And now that they are, we got to make sure that they feel welcome.
Yeah. Now,
just like everybody else.
Speaking of the nation, we have got some Santa's birthday presents. We showed them off yesterday. We're going to show them off again. You're going to win them next week. And I guarantee you, yes, you will win them.
Specifically you.
First one, courtesy of our friend Chris Von Doom. Total medium, 7 out of 10 at best.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't rate him any higher than that for any reason. No.
Nipply Ponder, altered art. You're going to see it on Twitter. You're going to see it on Facebook. Find out how to win it. It's great. It's out of focus. I'm pandering to the camera. Next card, Double Masters, Force of Will. If you don't like the art or the artist, let us know. It can be altered
by either one or both of us.
Oh, yes, baby. Mustaches, signatures. We've got multiple different colors of Sharpies, and Brando is, by this point in time, you probably have 10,000 hours in. You're an expert, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I have altered several cards. I have proxied several cards with nothing but cool goblin doodles. I'm really good at drawing goblins now.
Very excellent.
Once I figured out how to do the ear, I think that once you draw it in green and you do that ear, you know the ear I'm talking about.
Yep.
People look at it and say, that's a goblin.
That is a goblin.
And that's a good feeling, because usually when I draw stuff, people are like,
sometimes if you don't have the opportunity for an ear, if you get the nose in there, the nose is important, but you don't want it too pointy, because then people think, is this a witch?
Yeah.
Because sometimes witches in cartoons have green skin too.
Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, there's no wart on the nose.
Yes.
So it's obviously
you're
a goblin.
Confused.
Yeah, and you want
Is this a witch that has lots of money? A rich witch? Did she have some rhinoplasty type surgery to get her wart removed?
Yeah, does she have some kind of a business daddy like Fusion Gaming that just gave her some stuff so that she'd get the wart removed so she looks better on camera? We don't know. And you don't need all those things. You want to look at the card and go, man, that's fun.
Man, I want to look better on camera. Come on, Fusion.
Got there.
Make me a cam girl. Oh, Jesus. You heard
We're throwing shit all over the place. We're throwing it all around.
Speaking of looking green on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, I guess our commander today is not bad looking. Doesn't look like a witch or goblin. 2 days ago on the pre-show, if you guessed Neyith of the Dire Hunt, you have been entered in to win some booster packs from the dirty, stinky onion bag of Sack of Packs to Crack.
First time, every time.
And first time, every time in 3 pumps. Give her a read.
Neyith of the Dire Hunt is a 3/3 for green 2. Whenever one or more creatures you control fight or become blocked, draw a card. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay Gruul and 2. If you do, double target creature's power until end of turn. That creature must be blocked this combat if able.
So, card draw engine in our command zone.
Yep.
That's pretty important.
And kind of a removal card, too.
Yeah, well, if you pack your deck full of big dudes that don't mind tussling, in particular with their family,
yeah,
you're going to remove lots of stuff.
Yes.
So why are we doing this deck? Over and above, it's our Christmas special, and Brando always sets up builds, writes a story, or does something with a Gruul deck. Why are we doing this deck?
Okay, we're going to follow in the tradition of the great CCO Christmas episode.
This is number 3.
We did Xenagos Christmas balls.
Yes, I love balls.
There it is. You heard it here first.
Said it on the internet.
Then we did Grumgully Saves Christmas last year.
He did.
And he saved the shit out of Christmas.
Yep.
This year we're doing Neyith the Dire Hunt because this year is not a typical year.
No, this year sucked.
And this is real shit. I was going to build this deck myself, but then somebody else did it for me.
That's why you said coincidentally we received it. Now, usually when we receive lists, and we said it yesterday, we're going to say it again, we see them all. Even if we don't respond, we do see them. We do keep them. They do provide us inspiration. Even if the inspiration is just a trend, like a certain commander or a type of deck that we keep getting that we know that we should be covering. So keep sending them in, commandercookout@gmail.com.
Yes.
This one came in there from Matt Jorgensen.
MJorg20, we call him, I believe.
Yeah.
Metal Matt, I think, on Archidect.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, whatever. The point is, 2020 is not the love and hugs and cuddles kind of year, despite what the arc of good vibes might have you believe.
Yes, me and Brando haven't hugged one time during this arc.
Right? The whole year is just on its head, because usually we hug all the time.
Yep.
And so I figured, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to build another peace and love and gifts deck. I'm going to do a deck that's just what's probably going to happen when you see your family for the first time after 9 months. You're going to get into a fight.
Or...
because you forgot you hate these people.
Yeah, your extended family. Or if, like us, you have mad cow restrictions with big fines, if you do get together, you see them over Zoom or you get a text, how come you didn't call? And like there's pressure from family members to come and see, and we don't care, this is Christmas, all that shit, right?
Yeah,
and you get in a fight even if you don't fucking see them.
Right?
So
fighting with the family, that's what the deck is called. That's not what M-Dog calls it, but that's what we're calling it.
Yeah, he didn't give it a name. He just called it Neyith? Whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Neyith of the Dire Hunt. We're calling it Fighting with Your Family.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, and maybe we can just sporadically or spur of the moment, if we are inspired by any cards that might represent family members, maybe we'll just throw those in. I just made that up, but
okay, we'll keep.
Come on, how hard can it be? We're podcast radio professionals.
We are professional magic humans, regardless of what people might have you believe.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. So, should we do a deck?
Why not?
Let's do a deck.
Wait.
Oh!
Before we do a deck, my Lennon story. We teased it yesterday.
Oh, yeah, the Lennon story.
So when I was a kid, and this is going to blow people's
This
minds.
is John Lennon. Lives on an island with Elvis and Animar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. When I was young and growing up, I was learning about the Beatles and John Lennon. At the same time, I was learning about the Soviet Union and that Lennon. And so I was learning about two people called Lennon at the same time. And so in like little young Brando's mind, the guy from the Beatles and like the iron-fisted communist ruler of the USSR were the same person. And I could just never, like, I understood.
You could understand. What the fuck?
One, why were people so mad that he got assassinated? And two, why do we still listen to his music? Right?
This is a bad man.
And it took me not a long time, but longer than I care to admit to realize that they were two very, very different people.
On the Atraxa list last week, we talked about the reverence of like first name only sports stars. Michael, right? Ovi, right? Jeter. Wayne. I know that's a last name.
Yeah, Gretzky.
Wayne. Yeah, Gretzky. The great one. You don't even need to say Gretzky. You just say the great one, right?
The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah,
It's not even a name.
It's not even a name. Fucking The Rock. Yeah, exactly. Lennon. Right?
Yeah.
And which one?
Yeah, which one are you talking about? Because this could be embarrassing.
See, there's a range on Lennon.
Yeah, and it's a big range.
Yeah.
Now we can do a deck.
It's like being pregnant or not pregnant. You're Lennon or you're fucking other Lennon.
Yeah, you're Lennon or Lennon.
Okay, deck.
Let's do it.
Just hold on real quick, though. Elephant in the room. We always ask for custom categories. Oh. And I think Matt Jorgensen today was just a little bit trolling us, or he's like really anal about like organizing his deck, because he does have like alternate art versions and foil versions all denoted in his Archidect page. Link will be in the comments or show notes.
Yep.
How many custom categories we got today?
16!
16? What the fuck? Some of them have 1 or 2 cards in them.
Oh my god.
So what we could do if we wanted to just banter the whole show, which some people in the nation do appreciate, but some people on YouTube troll us for not giving them any Magic content in the first 18 minutes. Fuck you. We could just read the name of the category and tell you how many cards are in it and then move on because you know what the cards would do.
Exactly. He's very specific. He didn't think, maybe he thought we weren't going to get it, which I can appreciate, you know, despite being vastly superior Magic minds and highly capable content creators. I wouldn't trust me with my deck. Right? Like, I'd give myself a roadmap, too. So
yeah,
maybe that's what he was doing.
All right, well, let's start with the ramp, because that's usually where people start, and this is a little bit easy.
I'll lump them together. We can go back and hit some that are of particular importance.
Sure.
We've got a Sol Ring, a Ranging Raptors, a Rampant Growth, a Nature's Lore, a Migratory Greathorn, a Frontier Siege, a Farseek, a Cultivate, and a Beanstalk Giant.
All right, let's talk about Beanie Stocky Giant.
Okay, he's a star for green 7, and he's got an adventure called Fertile Footsteps, which is green 2, that searches your library for a basic land, puts that shit onto the B, then you shuffle your shit, and his power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control.
Yeah, so early game he ramps, late game he's a big beater.
Yeah, he's a good fighter too because he's probably big.
Yes, particularly of note is his hazy green art. He represents you out on your adventure in the mall in COVID times, wearing your whole fucking hazmat suit and mask, and he's just walking through the haze of other people's germs. It's all floating in the air all around him. Yeah. So I don't know if there's Migratory Greathorn. That might be you fighting somebody to get that last like fucking thing that you need.
Yeah, you look at that picture. It's the guy just really wanting that bargain DVD bin. He just really wants
the
that
$6 fucking Blu-ray at Best Buy. Hey?
It's also the mutator that Rampant Growths.
Yep.
And I think another one that's worth talking about is Ranging Raptors. It's a 2/3 for 3. Whenever it is dealt damage, you search your library for a basic, put that shit into play tapped.
Yeah, when it's dealt damage. So, like, when it fights.
Yes.
Yeah, and like yesterday's Animar deck, we found creature versions of spells to facilitate our commander. We're doing that again with Beanstalk Giant, Migratory Greathorn, and the what is it, Ranging Raptor?
Raptors.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're doing it again. That's good. You're finding ways to incorporate your commander while exercising sound deck building principles.
I'm into it. Should we talk about some removal?
How about Graveyard Hate?
Well, you want to do this huge section?
Yeah.
Scavenging Ooze. That's it. That's the whole thing.
You remove a thing and you put a +1 counter on him and he fights.
It eats graveyard things. If the thing as a creature gets bigger.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
All right.
Now let's do some regular removal.
Sure.
Again, we've got dudes that are doing work.
Yeah.
We've got a Sunder Shaman. I like this one.
Sunder Shaman, yeah. Green, red for a giant shaman, 5/5.
Oh.
Yeah, 5/5 or 4, so it's going to fight good. Punches above his weight class, we say.
That's right.
And that's relevant here because we are fight tribaling.
People are going in the ring.
Yeah. Can't be blocked by a creature with more power.
Can't be blocked by more than one creature.
Oh.
So if you're going to block this sucker, you gotta work.
Yeah, your blocker's got to put his money where his mouth is.
Yes. And he also has, when he hits somebody, you destroy an artifact or enchantment that the player controls.
Yeah.
Very good.
Which is like Trigon Predator, except bigger and badder and gruelier.
Yes.
And Christmasier.
Better.
He's your fat uncle that's trying to get the last scoop of gravy or something. He'll smash that gravy bowl right over your head.
Is another repeat from yesterday. We got Sawtusk Demolisher. That's the one that Beast Within's a non-creature permanent when it mutates.
Sure.
And next up we got Rampage of the Clans.
Oh, yeah. This is an instant for green 3. Destroy all artifacts and all enchantments. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller gets a 3/3 green creature token.
It's a Centaur. It's a weird one.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's important that if they've got like non-creature artifacts and enchantments, you're giving them creatures in return for destroying those other things, and then you can fight those creatures. So you can draw cards from Neyith.
I like it.
That's double usage there.
We got a K-Grip.
That's going to destroy something at split-second speed.
We got a Gem Razor. That's another mutator. It's a 4/4 for 4, or for green 1. It'll give reach and trample. Whenever this creature mutates, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls.
There it is.
Very cool.
Again, creature body with a disenchant on it.
Yeah.
So it'll fight.
And we've got a Bane of Progress.
This guy fights really good.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. He's going to enter the battlefield, destroy all artifacts and all enchantments. And for each permanent destroyed this way, he gets a +1/+1. He's a 6 cost 2/2. But he's a 6 drop like 8/8, 10/10.
Yeah.
And then he's just going to beat the hell out of somebody.
And our boy Mjorg is playing the giant piece of poop eating a guy art.
Yes.
Important to note, I don't know why they drew a piece of poop eating a guy on a Magic the Gathering card, but it is where we have ended up. You want to make some tokens?
Toke.
Because tokens fight. We have a Spore Web Weaver.
That is not a token, but it is a hexproof from blue and a reach-arounder, 1/4 for 3. When it's dealt damage, gain 1 life and create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token.
I don't know why it doesn't make a spider token, given that it is a spider. Maybe because spiders have to have reach and they don't want you to get another reach.
Yeah, or maybe they already had Saproling tokens in M21 and they didn't want to commission another token or change a sheet or something, right? Yeah. There's all kinds of reasons, and it's Spore Web Weaver, so Spore Saproling. Right?
Okay, yeah. All right, I like it. Now, I really like this card, and I haven't really had an opportunity to play with it yet. But Here we go. Quartzwood Crasher.
We've done a YouTube segment on this card where we just talked about like just general power level of cards, right?
Yeah.
This is a 6/6 for 6. Green, red, 2 Trampler. Dinosaur Beast. So Beast is actually a relevant creature type in this deck, right? For a couple of reasons we'll find. When one or more creatures you control with trample deal combat damage to a player, create an XX green dinosaur beast creature token with trample, where X is the amount of damage that was dealt to that player.
So you're just getting big bigs.
Yeah, so if he gets through unblocked, you're going to make a 6/6. If they block with a 3/3, you'll make a 3/3 because you'll trample over, right?
That's right. And if you hit with the 6/6 that you made and this 6/6 the next turn, you get a 12/12.
Well, how about this? Yeah, because the new one has trample. How about this? Neyith is at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay Gruel 2 if you do double target creature's power until end of turn.
Oh, you get a 12/12 with just Quartzwood.
Yeah, right?
Shit.
Yes, that's a good one in here.
We got a Horny Queen.
Horny Queen, 7 mana, 2/2. So she's really horny.
Oh, shit.
Nobody's paying fucking 7 mana for a 2/2. Not since 1993.
Oh.
Flying Death Touch enters the battlefield. You get 4 green insect with Death Touch and flying.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what she's really good with is Shared Animosity.
I was going to say Hornet's Nest.
Oh, and we do have a Horny Nest as well.
Yeah, Horny Nest. That is, that's like a casting couch, I guess.
Sure.
This one, not one that I would want to sit on.
No.
I wouldn't want to sit on one anyways.
No, definitely bad.
Yeah.
It's a 0/2 for green 2 with Defender. Whenever it's dealt damage, you get that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens with flying and Death Touch.
Yeah, they make the same kind of things that Hornet Queen does.
So you fight their 40/40, and then you get 41 ones.
Ooh,
That's it.
I like that.
Hornet Nest is a cool card. It's a really good rattlesnake if they have a non-trampling great big beater.
Yep.
Because you want them to attack the Hornet's Nest.
Yep.
But they don't want to do
That's good. It makes this deck a little bit better against aggro decks. We're going to see a couple cards like that.
Mm-hmm. Druid's Call.
Whenever an enchanted creature is dealt damage, its controller gets that many 1/1 green squirrels. That's an enchant creature, gives you squirrel tokens. That's another one that is going to dissuade people from attacking and is good with Hornet's Nest or another card in its own category that we have.
Yes.
Yes.
How about Brood Hatch Nantuko?
Whoa, we've never played this card before.
I've never seen this card until I looked at this deck list.
This is from Onslaught way back in the day. It's got Morph. We talked about that yesterday. 1/1 for 2. You can morph it for green 2. When it's dealt damage, you may put that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens onto the battlefield. So same thing again, really.
Yeah. Why did it have Morph? Like, I guess you can fake people into blocking.
Yes,
like,
yes. You block with your face downer, then you turn it face up, and they didn't know when they attacked you with their 40/40.
You'll get your friends once with that.
Yeah, unless we have more morphers in the deck, which I always recommend if you're going to have one, have 2.
Agreed.
No, that's a good idea.
I think that's sound deck building principles as we talk about sometimes.
Good for Christmas gifts, bottles of wine, beer boxes, what have you as well. If you're going to bring one bottle of wine, bring fucking two. Because one's like a gift for the family, you know what I mean? Or a gift for somebody when you get there. Secret Santa, what have you. You're not going to get to drink that first bottle. Just like if you show up with a 6-pack, it's like, oh, this is a reasonable amount of money to spend on just like people I'm hanging out with, and they'll drink it.
Yes.
Buy a 12er or buy 2 6s, or better yet, my preferred modus operandi.
24.
Or 2 24s. Fuck it. Just buy 2 whatever alcohol amount that you're going to go with. It's good Christmas advice.
All right, I dig
from
it.
CCO.
Should we talk about single-use fighting? These all kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, you know what? Let's talk single-use fight. Let's do some fight payoff type stuff. Just for reference, 21 cards that care about fighting.
Yeah.
That is fight cards, fight payoffs, things that say fight. Let's fight it up.
Okay, so what we're playing here is Unnatural Aggression, Titanic Brawl, Cetessan Tactics, Ravager Worm, Primal Might, Prey Upon, Pounce, Pit Fight, Kogala the Titan Ape or King Kong, Colony Ambush, Inscription of Abundance, Go for Blood, and Ancient Animus. All of those things either make a creature fight another creature, or they come into play and then fight a creature.
Yes. Some of them creatures, some of them... Are some of those creatures?
Yep, Kogala and Ravager Worm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some of them instants. I think all the other ones are instants, so you can get somebody, right?
Yeah, they're just removal spells. They're very good.
Oh, Call for Blood. There we go. There's a sorcery. It just says it's a cycling sorcery speed fighter, for example. Yeah.
I want to highlight real quick Kogla, fucking King Kong.
Yeah.
Because I don't think enough people are playing this card.
No?
I really like Kogala. It's a 7/6 for green 3. When it comes into play, it fights something. Whenever it attacks, you destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls, and you can tap green 1, return a creature or a human to its owner's hand, and it gets indestructible.
What's good about that is Neyith of the Dire Hunt is a human. So if somebody's gonna dust her, you can just Kogla pick her up and chuck her back to your hand, and he'll just King Kong fist like yesterday somebody into the dirt.
Exactly. So he's a super cool card. I know that he has a prohibitive mana cost, but
not in this deck. Come on, we got to stop saying 3 pips of the same color is content creators in general need to stop saying 3 pips of a single color is prohibitive in like a 2-color deck. It's fucking not.
It's just tricky to I'm splashing them in because you do have to when you're playing things that have 3 of the same color pip, maybe not green. Green is maybe a bad example for that. You want to make sure that you can get that shit played on curves so you're not mana flooded with red.
Yeah.
Or let's say you play an entire game with only 1 forest.
Yeah. You know what?
Done
Looking at the stats on the Arcadeck page, we have got 75 green pips in this deck, Kogla being 3 of them, and 16 red pips. Our mana production, though, nearly 50-50.
Ooh.
And that comes by way of a fairly even split on basics, which is fine because that's going to give you your red. And then all of the dual color lands, you're almost exclusively going to be tapping for green. So there's going to be no shortage.
Yeah, we got 15 non-basics that tap for red and or green.
Yeah.
So very good. Where should we go to next, Ryan?
I don't even know what categories we've covered and which ones we haven't.
We talked about fight stuff. Let's do some payoffs for all that fight stuff.
Fight payoff category, that is.
Yes. So we have our commander. She's obviously one. She's going to draw some cards. But we also have Rite of Passage.
Whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, put a counter, like a +1 on it. That's good. That's a little enchantment for 3.
So you fight, and then you get better at fighting. Ripjaw Raptor.
Enrage, whenever it's dealt damage, is what Enrage is, right? You draw a card.
Digging on it. Predator Ooze.
Ooh, indestructible.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good in fights automatically. Whenever it attacks, you put a +1 on it. So that's great. You put a +1 on it, then you trigger Neyith and double its power, so it'll attack for 4 on its first attack.
Nice.
Right? That's good. Whenever a creature dealt damage by it this turn dies, you put a +1 counter on it again.
So you could fight with it after it's kind of big and just make it bigger.
It's indestructible, and you're attacking for 4 on its first attack. They have to block with something that's X5 or bigger for it not to get another counter.
That's good.
Or they'll just take 4 repeatedly.
Yeah. Well, they'll take 4, then they'll take 5, then they'll take 6.
4, then 6, then 8.
Oh, that's even better.
That's how doubling encounters work.
Right. How about Foe Razor Regent?
Foe Razor Regent, 7-drop Dragon Soar.
Ooh.
He's a flyer, 4/5, enters the battlefield, fight. Okay, so it could have belonged in the last category. Whenever a creature you control fights, there it is. Put 2+1 counters on that creature at the beginning of the next end step.
So you win a fight, you get experience, you gain a level.
Yeah, you kind of have to recover a little bit, though, if you got like a black eye or something.
Dig it.
Yeah.
All right, I think that you and I both really like this card. It's Cocophoton.
Cocophoton.
What did I say?
Cocophoton. Oh, man.
What does it do, Ryan?
This is a 2/5 for 4. Enrage. So whenever it's dealt damage, untap target permy.
That's cool.
That's a gooder.
I like that one.
Yeah. I like the name, and I like untapping stuff just because maybe we've got some stuff that taps to fight and stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't know what we'd untap, but I'm sure we'll find something.
All right.
We'll tap to untap.
Let's bust through a couple little categories here. We got recursion, protection, burst draw. That's different than fucking regular card draw, apparently.
Okay, let's do the protection fast. It's mostly, we got Swiftfoot Boots. Everybody knows Boots. Heroic Intervention. I think that's a staple enough. Everybody knows that one by now. And a Mortal's Resolve.
Mortal's Resolve. Target creature gets +1/+1. That's great for fighting. And indestructible until end of turn. So,
also great for fighting.
Yeah, indestructible on our Heroic Intervention and Mortal's Resolve. Both very good.
Let's do the one tutor is a Sylvan Scrying.
Sylvan Scrying finds a land, any land card, puts it into your hand, right?
Yes.
And we're asking, well, what the fuck? Why is that important? Is because we are running 7 utility lands. Winding Canyons gives something flash. Scavenger Grounds removes a graveyard. Kessig Wolf Run is a pump spell, is a pump land. Ghost Quarter destroys a land. Contested Cliffs is another fight land.
Yep.
Or Arena is the other fight land, sorry.
Arena is the fight land.
Yes. And Arcane Lighthouse makes something lose hexproof, thus making us be able to fight it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are, it's a tutor, but you're tutoring something that's going to give you added utility after you've maybe fighted or something like that, right?
I'm into it.
We've got the Burst Draw, Return of the Wild Speaker draws us cards, and Rishkar's Expertise draws us cards equal to our biggest guy.
And lets you play something for fucking free.
Yeah, like a fight thing.
Or a Quartz Wood Crasher.
It's got to be 5-drop or less. Right?
Quartz Wood Crasher is a 5-drop.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, it's very big.
Okay.
And then the recursion section is a Reap the Past. That's a green, red, X. Return X cards at random from your graveyard to your hand, then exile Reap the Past.
I like that when you can just pay like 8 into it and just get everything.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's how you do it, FYI. Or you cast it green, red, 1, get the 1 card in your graveyard back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I concur. And then we have a Ballyget Recovery. I should know what this card does because I totally wrecked myself with it a while ago. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand, or it flips over into a land that taps for green, comes into play tapped.
Yeah, it goes in pretty much. We're not ever ones to say, oh, this goes in every green deck.
But you could play it in any deck that has green. You could.
Yeah.
And you could say, yep, I'm doing this.
It's the same mana cost as Eternal Witness, and instead of being a 2/1 blocker, you actually just get a land out of it instead if you don't want it to get something back.
Yeah,
it's just good.
It's a good card.
Yeah. Okay.
We have a Jack-in-the-Box Commander. Do we want to mention him quick?
I don't know if anybody in the nation's ever heard of it.
Ulrich of Krallenhorde?
Definitely not who I thought you were going to say. But I'm standing by what I say. This is a flipper, right? This is a 4/4 human werewolf for green-red 3. And whenever this creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Ulrich of the Krallenhorde, transforms into himself, right?
Right.
Okay. Back into himself, that is. Target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn.
Good for fighting.
Good for fighting. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, you transform him.
And he turns into Ulrich Uncontested Alpha, which is a 6/6. When it transforms into this, you may have it fight a non-werewolf creature you don't control, and then at the beginning of each upkeep, if somebody casts 2 spells, which will happen every single turn, you flip him back. Yeah. That's why werewolves are bad.
Every single round of the table, we should say, right?
Probably every single turn. I'll bet you in most
late
games
enough in the game, yeah.
When you're putting your 5-drop on the table, we are to the point in the game where most of the time you're going to see 2 spells every turn.
Yeah. The theory of if you reach like your deck's average converted mana cost times 2, when you reach that point and start to be able to, on average, put 2 spells on the battlefield, werewolves aren't good anymore.
No. Mm-hmm. All right. As this is difficult with 16,244 custom categories.
Or if you're in the land of the free, like just 16.
Yeah. That's the Canadian conversion on custom categories. We have another fight category. This one, repeatable fight.
Oh, baby.
So come back for one more round. We're going to start with Ulvenwald Tracker.
This is Human Shaman, tap, and green and 1. Target creature you control fights another target creature.
Simple.
Now, keep in mind, lots of these fight cards let us fight our own creatures. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that may or may not come into play later on. Thorn Mammoth. That's a 6/6 trampling elephant for 7. Enters the battle. Whenever Thorn Mammoth or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Thorn Mammoth fights something we don't control. Very good. Magus of the Arena.
Oh, this is Arena Incarnate. A 5/5 for 6. Pay 3 tap. Target creature you control, it fights.
It fights.
Yeah.
Groll Rage Beast.
When it or another creature enters the battlefield, fight. That's a 6/6 for 7.
Golden Guardian?
Golden Guardian is a fight card. This is from Ixalan. 4/4 Defending Golem for 4. You pay 2. Golem Guardian fights another target creature you control. This one has to fight something we control. Okay, when Golem Guardian dies, and it will, because it's only a 4/4, return it to the battlefield transformed.
And it becomes is it a land? It's a land!
They all transform into land in Ixalan.
Goldforge Garrison is a land that taps for 2 mana of any one color, or 4 tap it, and you get a 4/4 colorless Golem artifact creature. Neat.
It's a token maker. Yeah, that's cool.
How about Domri, Anarch of Bolus?
Oh, creatures you control get +1/+0.
Good.
Good for fighting. 3-drop, 3 loyalty Domri with a big Bolus horny looking stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
His -2 is make things fight.
Yeah, his +1 you get mana. His -2 is fight.
How about OG Domri?
Smaller stick this time. Still a 3 loyalty, 3 cost. Look at the top card. If it's a creature card, you may reveal it, put it into your hand. So draw a target creature in your deck.
Yep.
Sure. -2, fight.
Yeah. Get to that -7, Ryan. This is my favorite one.
-7. You get an emblem with creatures you control have double strike, trample, hexproof, and haste.
Oh. That's it. That's a good feeling when you have that.
That's good for fighting.
It's very good. Apex Altasor.
This is the ultimate dinosaur. That would be why they call it the Altasor. And it's funny, it's not even like a T-Rex adjacent looking motherfucker.
Yeah, what a bunch of bullshit that is.
This is a 10/10 for 9, so it's good for fighting.
Oh, it is.
Okay, when it enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Okay? Whenever it's dealt damage, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So this is just gonna fight fucking everything until it dies. Or if you can respond to the enrage trigger with a heroic intervention or a mortal's resolve, you make it indestructible, and it'll just continue to fight everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Apex Altasor and heroic intervention is a one-sided board wrath.
So good.
That fights. And just because it's indestructible does not mean that it won't take damage.
Yes, so if you're going to equip it with that squirrel making thing, you can make lots of squirrels. Or each of those fights is an individual instance of fighting. So your Neyith of the Dire Hunt is going to draw you a card for each thing that you tan with that Apex Altasor.
Every creature you fight is going to deal damage because you're fighting, right? Her first ability is fight. It doesn't have to happen during combat. It's just fight. Mm-hmm. Even if you don't make it indestructible and you run it into a board like, you know, somebody rebuilds after Wrath on turn 8 or whatever, and you drop your Apex Altasor on your turn 8 or turn 9 after you've rebuilt with your Neyith, it's going to kill probably all the new stuff. You're probably going to draw 5 or 6 cards, and it might still be alive. Ultimate fight.
Very good. And then we just got some big dudes that are also really good for fighting.
Sure.
And we're going to start off with one of the kings of dinosaurs. King of the juice, if you will. Silver-clad Ferocidons.
That was almost a Jesus Christ King of the Jews reference, wasn't it?
No, his juice was a Power Thirst reference.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's all jacked up on roids, which is juice. Right?
Was Jesus King of the Jews?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that stuff.
Was Santa King of the Jews?
No.
Oh.
No.
All right. King of the Juice, 8/5. Whenever it's dealt damage, each opponent sacrifices a permanent.
Now that's good for fighting.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
That's a good fight because you always win.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best part about that.
So if you make them any bigger, then you just fight their biggest thing. You don't care if he dies.
Yeah.
Because they sacrifice...
Or you fight a whole bunch of their small stuff. And,
you fight a bunch of their small stuff. Yeah, because it's a permanent
and
per
eventually
fight.
they'll sack their big stuff.
Yeah.
So good. How about a Nessian boar?
All right. This is a 10/6. Oh, baby. For 5.
Must be green.
Yeah, must be fucking green. All creatures able to block it do so. Okay. Whenever it's blocked by a creature, that creature's controller draws a card.
Is this worded as whenever it attacks, if it's blocked by 5 things, you draw 5 cards? Or if it's blocked by 5 things, you draw 1 card?
Whenever it's blocked by a creature.
So you will draw 5 cards?
Yes. Well, that creature's controller draws a card.
Yeah. So it's multiple instances of draw. That's important.
It kind of has like Neyith's ability stapled right to it, right? When it becomes blocked, they draw a card and it must be blocked, and that's kind of what Neyith does. But essentially, Neyith is giving us the same benefit that they're getting, sort of negating Nessian Boar's downside.
I like that.
Okay.
So they'll draw 5, we'll draw 5.
We'll draw 1. We'll draw 1 because
one?
it gets blocked.
This
right?
boar sucks. Let's just fight him. Let's fight him like we do with Galta.
Oh, Galta. Good for fighting. This is a 12/12 trampler for 12, but really...
Yeah, read it right.
Really, it's a 12/12 for green.
That's right.
Because it has X less to cast, where X is the total power among creatures you control. Ooh,
yeah,
it's pretty good.
You're going to get there. How about Engulfing Slagworm?
Oh, this is an old school one from Mirrodin Besieged, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is a 7/7 for 7. Blocks or becomes blocked. Destroy that creature. You gain life equal to its toughness.
That creature, that Engulfing Slagworm is so good.
Yeah. It only triggers on blocking or become blocking, not if you destroy it in fighting.
Yeah.
But you can fight something with it.
But it just destroys it because it gets blocked.
I suppose.
You slap a lure on that thing and you just waste your opponent's... you gain 100 life and kill all their dudes.
Oh, yeah.
He is cool.
Okay.
And an Elder Gargaroth.
A 6/6 for 5. This is the king of... Must be fucking green.
It is.
Right?
This is the poster child for green power creep.
Yeah, this is 6/6 for 5.
Of course.
Beast, which is relevant with our contested cliffs.
Yeah, relevant creature type.
Vig, Reach, Trampski.
That has to be it. It's a 6/6 for 5. Vigilance, Reach, Tramp, Beast. It can't have any
Yeah.
more
Vig,
text on it.
Reach around, Trampski. Whenever it attacks or blocks.
Oh, okay, so this must be the downside to the card.
Yeah, because it can attack and it can block with Vigilance, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the down. Here we go.
Whenever it attacks or blocks, you create a 3/3 green beast creature token.
Oh, I see. So your opponent, they get a creature.
No. We get the creature, and it happens to be a beast, which is relevant.
Oh, okay.
Or
all right, okay, okay,
or
all right.
You gain 3 life, which is the worst part of this entire card.
So it's only attacking for 6 then, or 3 then, because they gain the 3 back, right?
No, we gain the 3.
Oh,
or we can just say fuck it and we can draw a card. But if we had Neyith out, it would hit for 12, and we would draw 2 cards because it must be blocked.
huh?
Holy ass.
Oh my God, that is
Mother ass, if you will.
Holy jeez. There's one more category, Ryan.
And it's a category that one may say is good for fighting.
Good for fighting. Good for your heart. Good for your soul.
Good for Santa's birthday.
Good for any deck that can possibly play Brash Taunter. And you are damn right there's a Brash Taunter in this deck. He says fight right on him. And he's the best fighter because he fights the creature, then he fights the creature's controller.
Let's give him a read.
Brash Taunter is a 1/1 indestructible goblin for red 5, so you can get it for free with your Rishkar's expertise. Whenever it is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent, and it has red 2 tap. It fights another target creature. And with a Cacophodon and a whole bunch of mana, you could use the Cacophodon to fight the Brash Taunter and then make it bigger with that thing that gets bigger whenever you fight a creature, and you can just hose people with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Turn on the fire hose of pain, Ryan. Turn it on, because Brash Taunter's going to hold it right up to somebody's face.
You're going to say somebody's ass.
It's a fire hose that shoots actual fire instead of water.
Oh, man.
Which I super want to see in wrestling someday. That's what wrestling can give me for Christmas. You know when people pull the fire extinguisher out front of the ring and they spray the fire extinguisher gas in the guy's face? I think it would be way funnier and way more dangerous, I'll admit, if the fire extinguisher just shot flames out of it.
Well, could you use a fire and a fire extinguisher and just shoot them at each other and they'll cancel each other out? Oh, man. Remember the old Where's Waldo books? This is a good vibe of the day.
Okay.
There's like thousands of things in one picture, right? And I'm looking and looking and looking, and I see these two, like the bad guys always wore the black and yellow stripes, and the good guys wore the white and red stripes. And there's white and red firefighters shooting a water hose at the black and red firemen that were shooting a fire shooting hose. And they were shooting at each other and canceling out. That reminds me of. Oh, man, Where's Waldo? That's a good vibe of the day for everybody.
That's good stuff. I like it.
Is that the deck?
That's the whole deck.
That is it. So we're fighting with our family, but really we're just fighting with other creatures in Magic.
Yeah.
You know,
it's good.
This is what I think. If you're here's the fucking thing. I haven't said one of those in a while. If you are like us and having a reduced in number of people Christmas, let's see if we can't make some fucking CCO happen. Some CCO Christmas cookout VEDH.
Yeah.
I've got some packs, maybe some open flippy. Even if people don't want to, I just want to crack packs and just be on webcam with people.
Sure.
Right? I'll put the cards over my private parts like a cam girl.
Right.
And we'll see where it goes.
Huh. Interesting.
Maybe I won't, but maybe I won't. I'll just leave my junk exposed. But seriously though, like get on, play some VDH in the nation, right?
Now's the time.
I'm gonna do it because I'm not going home to my other home city to fucking do the Christmas thing, right?
Yeah, so you get to keep all of your possessions in your possession because nobody's going to rob you out there. That's good.
Yes.
That's another good vibe.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes, burglaries go up around Christ Mass because less fortunate people can't afford to buy shit, right?
Yeah.
And they want to give their kids presents, so they break in and steal shit.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll happen. Maybe there's more charity out in the world like Ginger Joe and Chris Von Doom are doing for the nation with our two giveaways, our Force of Will and our Altered Art Ponder, and our Animar deck next week that we're giving away. Right? That's all good vibes.
Yeah,
stay positive,
yeah,
right?
There's lots of charity going on. Actually, here at the radio station, we did, I guess I can give a plug for us a little bit. We do a thing called Santa's Anonymous every year where we have less fortunate families, they apply, and then people who can just adopt one of those families and they just help them have a Christmas. They buy them a meal, they buy them some presents for the kids.
Oh yeah, we do that at the hospital that Rebecca works at. Is like the less fortunate kids or just kids in general, like they make a list of shit they want, and then you take a list off the like bulletin board and you buy them shit. Yeah,
it's cool. And this year we actually had, I think we went from 400 families last year to I think 700 or 800 this year. So it's been a tough year for a lot of people, but every single one of them is going to have a better Christmas now because people...
Oh man, that's just the greatest.
Even in spite of times like this that we're living in, people are still willing to give and willing to give back, as are we. We are willing to give what we can this year to you as you have to us, and it's a really great time of year to do that sort of thing, even if you are fighting with your family, because now's the time to make a friend of a stranger, maybe.
Yeah, especially if you're fighting with your family.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
So it's a good vibe. It's a good time of year to be getting out there and spreading the cheer and the joy. and that's what we try and do every week here, especially now with our Christmas bonus episode. Third one in the books.
Oh man, you gotta mix in some Christmas music under all this, hey?
I might be able to do that. I could probably get some Booby Lady. Maybe he won't sue us.
Booby Lady. I want you to mix in Booby Lady.
Well, Michael Booby Lady?
Oh,
isn't that his name?
He is Canadian.
Get Joe to do it.
Joe could probably do it.
Then I won't get in trouble. We got it. We got there. We got him. So also, Christmas present for our boy MJorg20. Because you got to add, we're going to make some suggestions for this deck.
Yes.
Because it's a fight deck, and you need these cards in a fight deck, especially one that plays Brash Taunter. You do need a Basilisk Collar, and you do need a Blazing Sunsteel.
Oh, Basilisk Collar gives you equipped creature Death Touch.
Yep.
And lifelink.
So if you're going to fight with a sap, you're going to take down their 2020.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Blazing Sunsteel goes infinite with Brash Taunter.
Yep.
Which isn't why you want to play it. You play it in this deck because you equip it on the thing that's fighting, makes the thing that is fighting bigger, and for all the damage they take, you're going to deal that much damage out to an opponent.
Oh, yeah, because the creature takes damage, then it deals damage to any target.
Yes. So it just makes your fight more efficient, it makes the deck more efficient, and it gives you that game's gotta end combo with Brash Taunter.
I like all of those things.
And so there's just a couple of suggestions that are just good in a deck like this.
Yeah, I got one more here, one more good vibe, let's call it.
Hit him.
Neyith from Jumpstart.
Ugh.
Say what you want. We're good vibing right now.
Okay.
Neyith from Jumpstart, like $15. Not terrible. Not 130. Not 100. Not even 50.
It's not an Altasor Shepherd.
Yeah.
Or a Muxus.
Or a Bruvac. Or even a
that mill guy.
Yeah, it's Bruvac. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's card of the week status because there is a ton of other awesome cards like Sunder Shaman, Scavenging Ooze, Brash Taunter, for example. Right?
Silver-clad Ferocidons.
Yeah, there's lots of great cards that we want to maybe just give a tip of the hat to as co-cards of the week alongside Neyith, who is somewhat affordable despite being a legendary creature from Jumpstart.
I'm hoping that gets resolved because I've noticed that Jumpstart has just flooded the market here. It's everywhere.
Oh, like it's available everywhere.
Yeah, like you can buy that
singles
shit
have not flooded
here.
the market yet.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they will soon.
I hope so. I think that's a good vibe too, is just be patient. Non-North American CCO Nationalites Jumpstart is coming.
Yeah, everybody's pumped for Jumpstart, as they should be. It's a great product. And it's nice to see people actually get to play it, especially around the holidays, because it makes a great Christmas gift for the Magic player in your life.
Oh, I like that.
You can pick them up at Fusion Gaming Online. I think they still have some packs left. And if not, I mean, just grab them from your LGS. They need some love around Christmas time, too. Pick up 4 packs. Be willing to play a game with the Magic player in your world.
There it is. Yeah, I like that. That's a great little segue into final thought of the day. We'll thank Fusion one more time. They do have Neyith in stock. And don't forget CCO Fusion 5 promo code for 5% off all of your order. Big thanks to Fusion Gaming Online for that. Final Santa's birthday thought. Second last show of the new year. Or of this current year, I should say.
This slog of a year, hey?
Yeah. It's funny. Fucking 2020 is going to roll over at like 11:59 and it's going to change to 11:60 and still be 2020, hey? Have you seen that meme? That's
I have. I honestly hope I wish that there was a way they could make that happen.
No.
I really do. Like if just all of the cell phone clocks just clicked over to 11, that would be so funny.
Just to troll, hey?
They just troll the whole earth.
Yeah.
Just every Samsung phone owner just gets wrecked.
Yeah.
That would be so good. In any case, Business Daddy, thank you for helping us put on this show for the great members of CCO Nation. To you, the great members of CCO Nation, thank you so much for another great year. We hope that you have a tremendous Christmas with or without your family. Try not to fight with them. And if you are, use this deck because it's going to be lots of fun. It's on budget. You're going to have lots of this stuff in your life anyway once you take all the foils and extended art that our boy MJorg put in here. So it's affordable. You probably have most of it. Play it. It's fun. But that's it for me and Ryan for another adventure. We are going to be back next week, probably with a year-in review, year-in preview show, as we are wont to do for the last show of the year. And we're going to see you then on another very special edition of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Merry Fistmas, fuckers! Ho, 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 ho.